Okay, friends, I got some fire starter here. This is from a package I just got, and it's got a little bit of gasoline on it actually, so we're gonna burn this up real good. So what I do is I like to have quite a bit of softwood around. I've been burning oak and ash and maple. Maple's not too bad. The oak and ash, because it's so dense, it's harder to light, right? Even when most of my wood's 2-3 years old. This is good, dry, about 3-year-old pine, okay? I hear people say, I read it on the internet a lot, about you can't burn pine, blah, blah, blah. And you know what, friends? I've been burning pine for, oh, geez, 15 years probably? I've never had anything from it. It burns quick. It's not a hardwood, but pine's good stuff. It burns hot. Again, my hands are already starting to turn white. It is that cold in here. There we go. I'll turn the light on. Okay, I'm already starting to get discoloration in my fingertips. That's the one we crushed in fall. You guys remember that? Well, I'm having a hard time keeping that warm this winter. So, okay. Grab a lighter, torch, whatever. I often use a torch, but the deal with this is, guys, a torch will not light in this weather. It's too cold. You can't maintain enough pressure in the torch, right? The propane or your MAP gas doesn't, it gets too cold and there's no pressure in the tank. There's just enough to get it going, but, so what I typically do, I'll just light a piece of paper and use that. Okay. Just showing you guys how I get a good fire going. Got my flue open. Now a lot of times, because the chimney is so cold, we had a windstorm here. In fact, my floor is covered in debris because this door here actually, this is an old chicken barn, friends. We ain't fancy here. I always wanted my own detached shop, and I was happy to have this one. It works, right? So this building's 22 square, 24 square. See, we're already, oh, there we go. Okay, we're already getting ignition here. A lot of times what happens during a windstorm here is the chimney will freeze and it will dump water into here. This one's not too bad. The one in my house during a windstorm will actually get filled with frost and ice. And when you light that first fire, it'll actually drip water. Sometimes it puts the fire out. So it's good to keep the chimney going when you got weather. Okay, we got some good stuff there. Just wanted to share a little bit. Okay, this is already making it. This is some poplar. Again, poplar lights up real good. Okay, I'm going to throw just tiny wee little pieces in here. I want to get a good bed of coals going. Okay. Man, this hatchet's been with me a long time. A lot of miles on this thing. Okay, I want to put tiny wee little pieces in here. That's the deal here, friends. Can't run no power saws in this. Now what I do, I always leave my air compressor with some air in it, okay? Excuse me. Now already you can see this is ripping. I wait for the chimney to get hot. If you do this too soon, you smoke out your shop. Not good if you're filming YouTube videos, right? Okay? Now notice, you can see a little bit of smoke coming out. I literally will take this. Now that chimney's getting good and hot. We want to get that flue hot. If you need wood to burn right now, our poplar here, if I drop it in the spring, it will, if I drop it in the spring, I will split it right there. If it doesn't want to split with an axe, I'll split it with a chainsaw. We'll do a video with that one of these days. See, this is poplar. This stuff's 2 years old, 3. It's frozen. And look, this stuff is stringy and it doesn't want to come apart. That's how our wood splits here. My bucking special makes splitting a little more bearable here. Okay. We're starting to get smoke back through here because we got it nice and loaded, but whew. Whew. I can smell my jacket getting hot. Okay, friends, that's how I make a hot fire. There's lots of different ways to do it. I've seen guys use rosebuds. This is how I do it. I got about 20 psi in here, and that's how I get a good fire going. And look, you can see it in there, friends. We already got a good bed of embers. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go outside, and I am going to go get some oak. I'm going to fill this full of oak, and we already got heat bellowing out of here. I can run over here anytime that I want and warm up. And then what I do is low-tech heating. All that good heat that collects behind the fireplace, I suck the air. Hey friends, I'm not fancy here. I'm a heating guy. I could fully duck this shop and move the air around, but I don't because this works, right? Look, $2 fan from a garage sale. Once this all gets warm, I just fire this fan up, pull the air around, suck the air back through here, okay, and it comes back through and puts the cold air over the fireplace. Anyhow, friends, just a little how I make a fire when it's cold, and believe me, it's cold. I'll turn that off for now. It is a little smoky in the shop, but such is life. There's the bench. You can see the smoke in there. I have a full exhaust system I built in here. So what I'll do is, it moves about a couple hundred CFM, maybe 150. And it just creates a nice draft, and I'll actually pull the smoke out of here, friends. Look at all the junk, eh? The life of a power saw, man. I'll see you guys at the bench. We got something to take care of today. Okay, friends, we got a fire going. It's actually starting to warm up in here. I turned the fan to low. It's above freezing in here. That took 35-40 minutes. I love that stove because it's way too big for this shop. I've actually thought about putting it in this corner so it's closer to where I'm working, but you guys know I have the double toolbox set up. I don't know where I put my maximizer. My old Mac toolbox. I've had that thing a long time. Anyhow, we got mail, friends. I want to move along to the day's events. I wanted to come out here and make videos. I haven't been out here in a week and a half probably, and I need some shop time with you guys. I yearn for that. I love being in my shop working. We got some mail, friends. Okay, we got some mail, and I wasn't expecting this at all. Again, thank you, friends. Your generosity and kindness inspires me to do more, okay? It really does, friends. I'm just doing what I'm doing. I turned the camera on. I don't mind showing you guys what I know, because why not? It inspires me when I get emails from you guys, which is something I want to talk about real briefly here. But when I get emails from you guys and you ground that first saw and it runs better and you go, wow, that's a life-changing moment. I remember when I did my first saw with a timing wheel. The ones I did without timing wheels, they were all over the map. Again, that's not a shot at guys there's guys that don't use timing wheels and their saws rip. Absolutely rip. Not everybody works different, everybody learns different. I'm going to mention something. If you guys want me to see your saw run, the best way to do that is to put it on YouTube and send me a link in the email. downloading all these videos and that, it takes a long time in email, and it, you know, eats up a lot of space on the hard drive. If you guys could put a video of your saw running on your channel on YouTube, I can just click on it and watch it and see what the deal is. So if you have a saw that doesn't run, you're working on it, or you got any problems, or you just want me to see your saw run, send me an email with a link to the video on YouTube, and I'll go over there and have a look-see. That would be awesome, guys. I would enjoy that. Okay. We got mail, and I didn't expect this at all, friends. And Mr. Ron from Kindersley, Saskatchewan. I had to Google that. I think it's on the Manitoba-Alberta border, north of me. Awesome, friendo. That's probably good country, just like where I live. Just good country, and probably quite rural, I'd imagine. I have friends in Saskatchewan, and Saskatchewan and Manitoba are very similar. The culture, the people, the populations. So, really nice to hear from a Canadian brother. I did not know he was doing this, friends. So, I'm going to put this on the floor. We had a little leakage here. That was a funny story. But anyways, it got here safe and sound. Mr. Ron from Kindersley, Saskatchewan. Well, first of all, friends, he wrote me a nice note. I read it. Thank you, buddy. We got a power saw here. I'm going to just pull everything out of this box and put this box on the floor. And let's go over what he said. I just opened it up. She was leaking a little bit, and when I picked it up, I wasn't even sure what it was. So I pre-opened this, friends, and I haven't really looked at any of it. I wanted to do it together. I really appreciate you guys helping out the channel. This really helps the channel, friends. I think that's everything in here. Yep, okay. We're going to throw this outside because she's got some fumage. I'm just going to pause you, friends. Hold on. Oh, okay, friends. I'm going to wipe this down a little bit. Let's see what we got here. I have never... Look at this power saw, friends. I don't even know what it is. Pioneer Partner. That looks like George Jetson's chainsaw. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Now I see, okay, 330. So I'm guessing this is a 330. Okay, so he's got the carburetor in here. Oh, look at that. Bar and a chain. This is cool. Buddy, I love these oddball saws that I've never seen. To put this kind of stuff on the internet, it's there forever, and anybody gets one of these, they can look. So what I'm guessing is, this is a 330 Partner, and it is, well, wow, that's an interesting power saw. Oh yeah. Friends, we gotta take this apart on the channel. This intake feeds this saw from the side. Wow. This is an interesting saw. It actually goes down and around into the bottom end. Yeah, thank you, Ron. This is what we need on the channel. This kind of stuff gets me going. Yeah, and it doesn't look too terrible in here. We will have a look-see at some point on the channel. Let's have a look at this power saw. Here we go. Yep. Pioneer Partner 330. Thank you, Ronnie boy. I appreciate this. Good folks you guys are out there. If I can share this kind of oddball stuff, and this is, I've never seen one of these. And again, being a saw nerd, I'm right in. I've always been, since I was a young kid, I always took things apart because I wanted to see, just making sure we're good here. I just wanted to see how things worked. My mom laughs, I would take my bicycle apart and put it back together. Thank you, buddy. I am going to take this right now and I'm going to put this on the saw shelf, probably in a box. I'm going to have to find a box here, friends. we will move this right over. Now, there was a Tupperware or base L container in here with a clutch and a recoil spring. Look what we have here, friends. We have us another muckluck for the channel. That is extremely exciting. It had a decal on here, but the decal came off in shipping. I've tracked it down. This is a Super 1010 McCulloch, probably late 60s, maybe early 70s, and it looks like it's all there. Right side recoil, which is super cool. I've never, again, friends, I'm really getting into these Macs, and there is no Macs here. So, thank you, buddy. Seriously, these things are super rare where I live, and I love bringing stuff like this on the channel for you guys. So yeah, the clutch has been removed. I don't know. I don't want to tear into this too much. I got too many saws, but I do. Believe me, I want to take this thing apart right now, and we can see. This thing feels like it has good compression. So, down the road, friends, I want to see, what is this, 55 cc's, I think? This one wouldn't be a newer one. The newer ones are 57, like I think the 1010S and that. This is the old school 1010, the original. I've done a lot of reading about the Macs. I want to learn and learn the models and the differences, because I'm into that kind of stuff, and a lot of you guys are too. I talk to a lot of you guys that love your Macs. So this is a Super 1010. It might be a 1010A. I guess the only way we could tell that is to look through here. What kind of oil pump do we have? I think she is a Super 1010, no A. A would be automatic spoiler. Wow, this is cool. Thank you, buddy. This is a neat little power saw. I've never, ever had one of these 1010s on my bench. They just don't exist here. And what I reckon is, and I've probably said this before, our local dealers here had home lights in this era, and that's why there's so many home lights here. There is XL 76s, VI, and Super 130s all over here. XL 12s, 12 Supers, that kind of stuff. The little Super Easy, as you call them in the States, they're called Super Minis here. Those things are so common, and 922 Supers we have here. Super abundant, and so I reckon there was Mac dealers in the 60s here. The big old ones, the Super 250s, 200s, 163s, 141s, those ones. The 1 series, the big old school saws. Those are very plentiful here. Not very, but they are around. You can find them. But the minute you get to 70s, past, into the early 70s, they're gone, which tells me whatever dealers were selling Macs in my location got out of the Mac game or closed up. Because it seems like when you start getting into the 1970s, it's all home lights around here. You get the odd old still. Once you get into late 70s here, it's Huskies. You find late 70s Huskies all over the place here. And that's the stuff, friends. I collect that stuff. Not to collect saws, but to show them on the channel, because that's what I'm into. I'm into the old power saws. I do like my new stuff, but I mean, this kind of stuff is where my heart's at. This thing's pretty light, and it's tiny. I wonder what we could do to this, friends. We could attempt to Tin Manize it, and I'm pretty happy with that Super Pro 70. I'm still dialing in the chain. I had some spark plug issues. One of you guys mentioned I had the wrong spark plug in there. I had a BM6F, which is the cross reference for the, I believe it's a DJ8J or DJ7J or DJ6J, or the ones that go in these Macs. And I I was having some restarting issues with that, and I think it's actually the spark plug. So I bought some different heat range plugs, and I'm gonna swap that into there, and still gotta put some time on that. I typically don't just slap one of my saws together, run it for 5 minutes, go, yeah, it's good. I put time on my saws. Part of it is I enjoy running ported saws, and part of it is I want to know that my work is quality. I want that saw to run good, and I want it, if it needs to be nasty, I want to run it and make sure it's nasty, meaning, you know, I haven't even turned that Super Pro up yet. It's in that video, that saw was 70% turned up, believe it or not. And it shows. It's showing promise, but it's not quite there. Well, we got to dial in the chain, and we got to turn that thing up. So I reground the chain for that. So there you go, friends. You know, making a fire, unboxing. Thank you, buddy. I really, really appreciate it. You guys are good folks out there. You make this fella feel good, and you make me want to continue to share the little bit that I know with you guys. That's pretty cool. We got another back. You know, these are common where a lot of you guys live. I have what, 3-4 Macs here. I probably might have the largest Mac collection in my area, but it's silly, but it's true. Okay, friends, so coming down the line, we will have an old school Super 1010 or a 1010A, but I think it's just a 1010, manual only, which is fine. I grew up running Dad's, you know, I ran Dad's, what is it? It's a Super Mini home light. The coil has failed on it. We're going to deal with that one day. That saw's manual only. It's fine. I run that, no problem. It's kind of cool. Brings back my childhood a little bit. Okay, friends. Pretty neat. This thing, I don't know what we're going to do with this, but maybe we'll port it. It's kind of cool. George Jetson would run a ported power saw. And that's not a shot at this thing, but I mean, look at that. That thing is just Futurama and all kinds of neat. So, there you guys go. As always, thanks for watching. Thanks for your guys' support. And stay warm while you're taking her easy. It's been real cold here. Over and out. Later, guys.